Alright guys, welcome back to the 15th update on Tropical Cyclone Freddy. I can't believe it has been 15 updates. That is crazy. Definitely my most covered storm I've ever done. But it's likely going to be John's record, of course, which I believe it's set in 1994 as the longest lived tropical cyclone in recorded history. That was, of course, an Eastern Pacific storm. This is a Southern Hemisphere storm. Of course, some models were actually predicting it would come off the coast of Mozambique while it was in the Mozambique Channel, but they did discount it and then they started counting it again, and then it actually happened. Currently, Freddy is a Category 3 confirmed by Curtis and Fly's ways of estimating storms, which is upper level rotations and cloud top temperatures, also eye temperature. But once an eye starts to clear out, we do measure storm intensity with cloud top temperature and eye temperature, and also eye size and eye width and diameters, and also storm size. So we do put that stuff in to our estimates, and we see what is the most logical. We think currently that this is a Category 3 now. The storm's wind field is actually quite large at the minute. It doesn't look like it, but it actually has got quite a big expansion type thing, and that's because the storm's been stalling. It is finally starting to get its move on though, and it will start charging towards Mozambique. But since it's already a Category 3, I won't be surprised if this does become maybe a Category 4 in the Mozambique Channel. It is a possibility at this stage. So JTWC is predicting a 105 knot peak, which is 120 miles per hour, and it's already at 115, so keep that in mind. Currently, the storm has maximum sustained winds of 115 miles per hour. There's 185 kilometers per hour, gusting with winds of 130 miles per hour. It's moving northwest, at 4 miles per hour, and it is a threat to land, more specifically Mozambique at this time. It is going to start charging towards Mozambique, mainly as a heavy rainfall threat. It's looking likely to be a rainfall threat. Take a look at the estimates here. ATCF or JTWC, however you want to say it, is going with 110 miles per hour currently. AIDT 115, same with ADT at 115. Open Air also going with ATCF and JTWC at 110. We're going alongside AIDT and ADT at 115. Main reason why is because of that eye and also the cloud tops. If the eye wasn't as present, then it would probably be a Category 2, maybe 105 to 100 miles per hour. But since that eye is there, and it's also quite a small one, it's definitely near Category 3. It's definitely between 110 and 115. There's not a large spread in the intensities at this time. Take a look at the JTWC forecast cone. This is the outdated one though. 85 knots, and look at that peak there, 105 knots, and it does weaken quite a bit before landfall, down to 95 knots. But then it does make a landfall in Mozambique, and I think this may be one of the most erratic moving tropical cyclones in the Mozambique Channel ever. I don't think I've ever seen a storm move north like this ever in the Mozambique Channel. It's a very remarkable storm. Gusts are expected to get up to 130 knots when it reaches that peak of 105, which is 150 miles per hour. There's a very powerful wind gust expected. Currently wind gusts are at 130, and of course sustained winds now, 1 minute average 150 miles per hour. So very powerful sustained winds now, confirmed by, like I said earlier, our way of estimating storms. And you can see it does actually keep cyclone intensity there for quite a while as it goes inland. The intensity confidence though in the outrange, or I guess you could say like the further on you go, is it does get pretty uncertain. That's what they did state in their discussion. It does get quite uncertain the much further you go out, the further uncertain the intensity gets. Take a look at some imagery here. This is just Metasat floater visible. I couldn't get the imagery that I usually get because the website's down currently, which does suck, but Metasat and the NOAA floaters are fine anyways. As you can see there, a nice eye feature there, the cloud tops there pretty nicely around that eye. It does look like a very small system, but it actually does have quite a big expansion. It's just that it's a very tight inner core, but realistically it's actually quite big. You just can't really see it. But yeah, maybe bringing some sort of rainfall to Mozambique. I mean, not Mozambique, sorry, Madagascar. It would only be just light rainfall at this time. It wouldn't be very, very powerful rain. It would just be very light. Cloud tops, I believe, over Madagascar currently around minus 30 degrees. So nothing too spectacular, I guess you could say. But it is starting to move northwest towards Mozambique. It will likely make a landfall within the next 5 days, or even maybe after that period. Take a look at some front top imagery here. This is basically imagery that estimates rainfall amounts. So the reds are where you're going to get a lot of rainfall. The whites is where the most rainfall is going to be. There are no whites, thankfully, but there are some greens in there. I mean, those greens are very powerful rainfall. That's only in just a little bit of the storm. You can very clearly see that eye very, very pronounced at this stage. I mean, it is looking very good. Definitely a Category 3 storm. And like I said, our way of estimating storms has now came back with Category 3, 115 miles per hour. So it's starting to get its act together. Likely to see maybe a Category 3, maybe a Category 4 heading towards Mozambique in the near future. Anyway, thank you for watching this update on Tropical Cyclone Freddy. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next update. Peace out.